And they moved on Israel with hatred, man, with hatred and destruction. And those very names, like Sargon, average Israelite back then trembled when they heard that name. So when you fast forward this prophecy, the modern day Assyrian is the so-called white man, and he's the rod of the Lord's anger. And then the Lord said, the staff in their hand is mine indignation, which the staff is all these different police groups, Interpol and all of that. Then the Lord said this in the sixth verse, I will send him against a hypocritical nation. That's you. You jakes out there, you false teachers, you false prophets of Israel. You that hypocritical nation. You niggas out there. And against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. And what do bullets do when you shoot them on a crowd? It treads them down. And it said the mire of the streets. Another word for mire is shit. So that's why they have. When I read that article, it speaks about mortuaries and funeral homes and all of that. Make sure there's a mass amount of them, because a lot of you jakes are going to die when this devil comes full force, man.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say, seek ye the Lord while he may be found.
Give me Job, the 24th chapter. Start from the very top. I'm going to most likely read the whole thing.
Job 24:1. Why seeing times are not hidden from the Almighty? Do they that know him not see his days? Some remove the landmarks.
Yeah, that's Esau. When Esau came over here to the Americas, they took this land from the North American Indian, which is the tribe of Gad and the tribe of Reuben. Then they had went down to Central and South America. Then they went to further north into Canada, which up there was nothing but Gadites. So that's what they did. Then you got the so-called Jews, these gutter rats over there in Israel, which that's our land. So they just pointed out a land for themselves and named it after themselves and said, we're going to live here. Then they had nerve enough to actually say that they're the people of the Bible. Go ahead.
This is real quick. Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey.
That's right. Go ahead.
This is back in Job 24:2. Some remove the landmarks. They violently take away flocks and feed thereof.
And that's the history of the so-called white man. They go into a land. At some point, they'll send in missionaries. Then they'll send in mercenaries. Then they'll send in their military. And they'll come up with some type of lie to justify the fact that they can go in there and do what they do. Go ahead.
They drive away the ass of the fatherless. They take the widow's ox for a pledge. They turn the needy out of the way. The poor of the earth hide themselves together. Behold, as wild asses in the desert go they forth to their work, rising betimes for a prey. The wilderness yieldeth food for them and for their children. They reap every one his corn in the field, and they gather the vintage of the wicked. They cause the naked to lodge without clothing, that they have no covering in the cold. They are wet with the showers of the mountains.
Yeah, a lot of people on the east, north, and the northeast, New York City, and other cities in that area, the northeastern section of the so-called United States, you're going to have a lot of dead homeless people out there. If this is going to be frozen. Now you have the mayor of New York City, which is Bloomberg. He's supposedly worth anywhere from 17 to 25 to 30 billion dollars. They have these organizations that try to get close to the homeless. And what they did a couple of years back, they basically closed down pretty much all of the homeless shelters. So they don't give a damn about the poor. The scriptures teach about having compassion for the poor. These devils don't give a shit. They're all about making money. Go ahead.
They are wet with the showers of the mountains and embrace the rock for want of a shelter. They pluck the fatherless from the breast.
They embrace the rock for want of shelter. You see them living under bridges. I've actually seen this. You see them living under bridges, living in the subway system, down in the bottom of the subway system. So this man, what else does he have to do to show you that he's the devil? Go ahead.
You still have people that say that he's not the devil. You can't say the white man is the devil. They says they pluck the fatherless from the breast and take a pledge of the poor. They cause them to go naked without clothing, and they take away the sheaf from the hungry, which make oil within their walls and tread their winepress and suffer thirst. Men groan from out of the city, and the soul of the wounded crieth out. Yet the Most High layeth not folly to them. They are of those that rebel against the light. They know not the ways thereof, nor abide in the path thereof. The murderer, rising with the light, killeth the poor and needy.
Yeah, the murderer is Esau, this devil. Go ahead.
It says, rising with the light, killeth the poor and needy, and in the night is as a thief. The eye also of the adulterer waiteth for the twilight, saying, no eye shall see me, and disguiseth his face. In the dark they dig through houses which they have marked for themselves in the daytime. They know not the light, for the morning is to them even as a shadow of death.
Yeah, that's what these cops do. They come, they say we're gonna get this, we're gonna get a warrant, we're gonna get this guy, and what they'll do is 4 a.m, they bust your damn door down, man. If you have a little dog, they'll just shoot the dog, man. You know, this is coming. This is not gonna go any further. The Most High is about ready to intervene. Like the elder said earlier, when the 144,000 are sealed, they enter into Iran. They push the chip, which is the mark of the beast, to the masses of the people. Then shortly after that, World War III is going to take place. And the Lord's going to come back to redeem his elect. So we're living in the very twilight of this devil's kingdom. But he don't think he's going down. He's going to push his agenda. Like the Most High, right, his inward thought is that his house shall continue forever. And his dwelling places to all generations. But he don't know, man. The Most High going to surprise his ass. Go ahead.
Yeah, and all those nations and kingdoms that came before him, they all had an agenda. They never thought they were going down. One nation rose up and took them down. You know, that's the way the Lord set it up. It says, if one know them, they are in the terrors of the shadow of death. He is swift as the waters. Their portion is cursed in the earth. He beholdeth not the way of the vineyards. Drought and heat consume the snow waters. So doth the grave those which have sinned. The womb shall forget him. The worm shall feed sweetly on him. He shall be no more remembered, and wickedness shall be broken as a tree.
Read that again.
It says, the womb shall forget him. The worm shall feed sweetly on him. He shall be no more remembered.
This devil is, after this devil is totally destroyed,